Hi, my name's Beau, natural medicine and hormone expert, and today I wanted to talk about this baby, menopause, and some of the typical symptoms that people experience during this time. And let's face it, it's women who have menopause. Guys have andropause. I'll talk about that in a few more clips. But for women in menopause, when your eggs stop being hatched, sometimes the change in hormones that the eggs were producing will create physical changes. The most common ones that you read about or hear about or might be experienced are flushes. So flushes are caused by a couple of reasons. It's actually governed by the higher centre in the brain, but we get this massive vasodilation effect where we get hot very quickly and then it drops everything and we flush. So with the flush you can get an overwhelming sense of heat rising up through your body, and women can get a little bit anxious. They just need some fresh air or cool air. Oops, that made the camera zone in and out just for effect. And they can sweat with it as well. They're quite distressing because they do make you feel quite anxious and a little bit irritated and a feeling like you're being, choked. So once it's relieved and the flush actually occurs, there's a sense of relief, but for some people it's quite embarrassing because they sweat and they get really hot in their backs. Some people just get wet and they'll tell you they wake up in a bed of sweat, and they do. So typically they're worse overnight. They can be precipitated or made worse by chili, red wine, a couple of other things. They can lead to insomnia, so lack of sleep. And then you enter this terrible cycle of lack of sleep, flush, and things just feel like they're going spiralling down from there. So flushes and flashes are really troublesome. The other big one's insomnia, so the lack of sleep. So you end up getting this chronic fatigue pattern. So you wake up and you're exhausted. You go to bed at night and you're tired, but you can't sleep. So that becomes a double-edged sword. A lot of women gain weight during this time, and particularly around their tummy and midriff, so they lose their beautiful little waistline, just seems to go out. And often, you're not even changing what you're eating, and you're not decreasing your exercise, it just goes on. Other typical symptoms are lack of sex drive, lack of muscle mass, lack of energy. You can increase your urine frequency. There's a whole range of symptoms. There's about 34 symptoms that are typically associated with menopause. Now, if you want to know more about those changes, this is a book I have. It's available on my website, and I discuss the typical ones. I think if you're in the age bracket of 45 to 55, you've got to assume that any change in your body is going to be due to a hormone change. So I hope that's useful, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video clip, where I'm going to be talking more about belly fat through menopause.